Hello, in this video we will discuss about pivot tables and what is the use of pivot table. You can see in front of you a set of data is there. Product, it is actually the sale volume, about the sale of some product, region wise, date, product ID is there, sales method is there, unit price, unit cost, quantity, revenue, or expenses. So this data is useless until you present it and then study it. Okay. After studying the data, you can take the business decisions, that how much revenue you are making, from which region, from which product, and which dates, in which quarter, what was the loss, what was the profits, and how many expenses were there. So all that you have to analyze, then this data is useful, otherwise it has no meaning. So pivot table is the best tool to do so. Otherwise, if you, let's say in this table, if you want to see only day for some product, on which date, what was the sale, what was its unit price, so it is difficult. In pivot table allows you, by just drag and drop, you can keep any data in columns or rows to analyze it. Okay, so in this video, I will start pivot tables from the beginning and up to little advanced level. So just stay with me till the end of this video. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. And also, I have a lot of other videos in playlist, Excel playlist. You also visit it. Okay, let's start. First of all, we will convert this sheet into table. There are two options. One, Control T, press Control T. Otherwise, you select this table, Control and Shift, by hold Control and Shift key, press right arrow and then down arrow. You can see the table is automatically selected. Then in the Home tab, let me enable my mouse highlighter. Okay. In the Home tab, table format option is there. In the Styles group, you can, these are the table styles, you can choose any of the table. So I will choose little bright colors. Okay, this small window will appear here. Make sure my table has headings, because we have headings on the top. So first row, it will consider as headings. Press OK. Now you can see the table color is changed, and here you can see the drop arrows are there. So it means it has been converted into tables. Now click on the table anywhere, then insert, and then the first option, pivot table. Actually, I'm using Office 365, so it has different look. Maybe in the older versions, you will have a different look of menu bar, but you will find all these options there. Select pivot table, the small window will appear. Okay, so you can give the name as well, no need. And here it is asking, do you want to open the pivot table in the new sheet or in the existing? If you'll click existing, then you have to also give the location where on this sheet you want to make. So I will choose new worksheet, press OK. Now you can see this is the pivot table, how it will appear once you will open it. You will select it. Okay. And this is the table on the right hand side. We will play with this table. You can see, first of all, there is a settings tools option here. Here you can select different styles. Okay, like this, like this. But I always prefer to use this one, because on the left side, all the headings are clearly visible. On the right side, here we have some values, it will, whenever you will drop and drag and drop something, it will add those values. Then what you want to keep in the columns, what you want to keep in the rows, and which filters do you want. And here are your data headings. Okay, first of all, and one more thing, actually, this is the pivot table on the left hand side. If you will click anywhere here, this table will disappear. Sometimes, by chance, even when I was beginner, so I clicked here and this table was gone. So I was, searching where it is. Actually, it will just disappear as soon as you will click here. It will come again. Okay, so here what I will see, I just want to see the revenues. Revenues, just click the revenue, drag and drop in the sum values. You can see sum of revenues is displayed here. Sum of revenues is displayed here. Okay, so now if I want to see the product wise revenues, product wise, so I will select product and put it in the rows. Okay, so you can see in the rows the product and product wise revenues are there. Now this data actually is, if I will do one formatting on it, just click, right click, this cell format, number, okay, and the decimal place, make it 0, and check this box, use thousand separator, so it will add comma, it will be easy to read. You can see it is easy to read now. Let me select all, and cell format, number, and check this box. You can see it is now comma separated and easy to read. Now we can sort them as well. Let's sort. We can sort from Z to A, means largest value to smaller value, descending order. You can see data is shown in the descending order. So this first product has the highest revenue and the others have the lower. So you can sort them as well. Okay, and now what we will do, we, instead of having sums, we want to have a percentage, because in percentage it is easy to understand. Okay, then right click on the data, show values as. Here you can see percentage of grand total. Just click, you can see this percentage of grand total is appeared here. This is very useful to see that which how much revenue is contributed by which product percentage wise. And it is these percentages are very useful when you want to show them in the pie chart. I will add in the pie chart. You can see the on the top, pivot table analyze. Whenever you will enable a pivot table, this new tab will appear. Here the pivot table chart option is there. Here you can see the pie chart. This pie chart is there. Select, press OK. This pie chart is can be added. And this brush, you can chart styles. Click on it, and we will select here, so we can see which pie portion has the share of what. So it is very good way to represent it. Okay, so if you want to delete the chart, just click, select it, and press delete. It is gone. Okay, now if we want to, I don't want actually now the revenues. I will remove them. Okay, just you can drag and drop here. Otherwise, you can simply uncheck from here. So this data will gone, is gone. Now I want to see the cost per unit. Cost per unit I want to see, and I will select the cost per unit. I will drop here. Okay, so this is the cost per unit, but actually the cost per unit, it is showing some, so it does not mean anything. We want to see which product is sorry, I will not use cost. I will use say price per unit. Okay, what is the price of per unit on which we are selling? Okay, so this is the price, and we will it is sum, it doesn't mean anything. So we want to calculate the unit price. Right click, okay, and then summarize value by average. So the average price is displayed here. Okay, so now you can see the product which is sold on highest average price is this one. This is the way you can show the unit price in average. Okay. So fine, I don't want I just don't want the average price. Just remove it. Only the products are written there. Now again, I will select revenues and drag them in the sum. Okay, they are there. If I want to see the regions, region wise revenues, we can select the, okay, you can see region wise how what was the sale of the, I just drag it down in the column, so we can see the sale region wise. Okay, now we will remove it. Now we will see how we can add the date. Okay, so date, we will move it in the column. You can see the date is shown, the date wise and the product wise and the sale wise. But honestly speaking, this is not the very easy to understand. It is not easy. So what we will do, we'll use another method. Let's remove this date. Date is removed. Okay, go to analyze pivot table analyzer. Here, insert timeline. This insert timeline in filter group, insert timeline. This window will appear. Date, press OK. You can see this small window is appeared. You can choose from this bar which months you which for which month you want to see the data. You can see, you can select. For 12 months the data is there. This is monthly data. Otherwise, here this small button drop down, if you want quarterly data, you can choose. 4 quarters are there. You can select any uh, quarter of the data. Okay, and similarly, you can see monthly data. You can see which month. Okay. Now, if I want to see the data product wise and date wise, then I will actually using this pivot table. It will not again will be good to represent. It will not be easy to understand. We will use another option. Go to the uh, go to the pivot table analyzer, insert slicer. Okay, insert slicer, just click. Here you can see the all the headings are there. We will select region, press OK. This slicer will appear. Now just by clicking you can select any date and any region. I want to see in Africa the sale in March. Okay, and in Asia sale in May. It will show all the information like this. Okay, if you want to select more than multiple regions at a time, so this multi select option is there. Just click, its color is changed. Now you can choose multi options. Now two regions are there. And similarly from here you can drag and select more than 1 month. So this is the way where you can use slicer and you can use dates as well. Slicer, you can use select other options as well other than region. You can use any other heading as well. Okay, that's it for this. Just click and press delete. It will go for date. Click and it will go. Now now these revenues are there, and if we want to see how we can add the bar charts, the charts, click on it, go to pivot table analyzer. Okay, pivot chart, this column, this default column chart is there, and we can select it. Wait, we will first of all choose the, okay, no, select this, Press OK. This chart is there in front of you. So this is product wise sale. If we want to add region as well, this region, click here. You know, you can see another small window. Legends is also appeared once we added this graph. So it is for graph. So region we will drag and drop in the legend area. You can see say region wise sale is also shown there. We can select all regions, four bars are there, or we can choose any two regions or any one region. I think now it's clear how we can add the charts as well. Now click and delete it. Okay, now we will move on little advanced thing here. First of all, remove all these selections. Product, region, revenue, everything is removed. So we are moved to back to the zero where nothing is done. Okay, now if you go on this sheet, you can see revenue is there, expense is there, but profit is not there. So we can calculate profit using the pivot table. Select on the pivot table because if you'll select here, this pivot table analyzer tab will go. You just click here, pivot table analyze option in this tab and go to go to uh, where it is this change data source and okay, just click on this pivot table, go to pivot table analyze, then field items and sales. Maybe on your version of Excel, it will be a different view, but this option will be there definitely. Then click calculated field, just click on it. Okay. So we can add the field name. So our field name, this is the new field name we are going to add. You will see it will be added here, profit. It will not add this field in the table, the actual data table. Okay, profit. What is profit? Profit means revenue minus expenses. So double click on revenue, otherwise minus second, otherwise you can click on expenses, insert field. So it is added. You can see revenue minus expenses, this is profit. Add. Okay, you can see this new profit field is added here. Okay, but it is not in the data. This option is there, and if we want to see the profit date wise, drag and drop date in the rows. You can see monthly profit is shown here, but if we want to see quarterly data, then it is also possible. Just click on any of the date cell, right click, there is option group, press group, and this window will appear. Unselect this date, months and quarter. We will select months and quarter, so it will show us quarter heading. Then we also will be able to expand into months. Press OK. You can see the quarter wise data is there and month wise data per quarter. Right click. We can expand and collapse all these quarters. So collapse quarters. So quarter is collapse. Otherwise, manually you can collapse it like this. Okay. So this is the nice way to add a new field. If you want to calculate different calculations, you can do it. Okay. Now I will show you one more thing here. Let's first of all remove this profit, the quarter. and the date as well. We will select revenues and the product wise revenues. Products are in the rows, so this is the data. Go to main data sheet. Here what I will do, if we add a new record, then what will happen? Let's say I will copy this last one, control C, and paste it here, control V at the end, and I will change the product name Acer, ASER. This Acer product is not in the list. Okay, press enter. Now you come to the sheet, but still it is not updated. If I remove the product from here and then again add the product here, still it is not shown. Just remember, whenever you will add or modify anything in the main data sheet, you have to, it will not populate in the pivot table until you have to refresh the data. Go to the pivot table analyzer. Okay, there is a refresh option, refresh. Now you can see Acer is shown in the table. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video.